kind of have that same feeling with how you're seeing the hoop and how things are going down?
Without seeing the hoop? What do you say? I think the second part?
With how you're seeing the hoop and the looks you're getting and everything.
I mean, we got a talented group, you know, so it forces teams to overhelp sometimes. And if we're willing to make that pass, there's a lot of opportunity out there. And coaches continuing to harp on trusting each other and trust the pass, trust the system, things like that. And it could be anybody's night. It's just mine tonight. So, just trusting the system.
In that fourth quarter, you kind of put the team on your shoulders when you guys needed baskets, when they were trying to make runs and cutting it to 1 or 2 points. Once that first shot went in, was it just kind of like the floodgates opening for you?
Nah, not really. More or less, they was in a zone, so it was a lot of catch and shoot opportunity, catching and attack the gap opportunities. So for me, it was just catching and shooting. They were in the zone, trying to get teams out of the zone. Teams try to zone us, try to make them pay for it.
Anyone else in the room?
I have just one about Austin said earlier this week how there's different leaders kind of speaking up a little bit more, and he mentioned you were one of those guys. How important is that to you to be a more vocal leader? I was seeing it even tonight in the last few games.
Just picking and choosing. Trying to be a guy that try to lead by example, and make it contagious to support one another. I try to do that, and then any words. After that, it's just, a cherry on the top. But for me, just like I said, leading by example is for our group. Honestly, everybody can talk and do things like that. I just try to lead by example and over-support the next guy, and just hopefully guys see that and want to do it as well. So,
the longest road trip of the season, how important was it to start it on this kind of note?
Huge. It wasn't perfect. There's a lot of adrenaline for Rudy being back, and that could have took away the main reason why we're here. But he stayed locked in and led as well, and we just followed.
We'll go to the Zoom. John, go ahead.
And DAngelo, when in the fourth quarter there, it seemed Kyle Anderson had 12 assists in the game. It seemed like he was finding you a lot, with the zone. Like, what was it like playing with him and just playing off of him, I guess, a little bit, and knowing that he'll find you in those moments? He's
a point guard. I've been knowing Slow for a little bit now. Not knowing him personally, but knowing his game and been a fan of his game. And it's super effective, the things that you don't really see on the scout sheet. So just high praise for him. He's a tall point guard, and it may get misunderstood, but he can play point guard in this league any day, and it's a huge weapon for us.
And when you were not hitting shots earlier on in the season and not finding your mark, what was your approach, or how did you kind of just work your way through it to get yourself to a point? Really, over the last couple of weeks, everything looks a lot smoother.
Honestly, I had the wrong approach. I was trying to be too focused on being a point guard instead of a basketball player, and switching it up, just my mentality, knowing that there's a lot of opportunity out there for me to just be me instead of overthinking and trying to just point guard the team. That's never really been my thing. I kind of just play basketball freely and have fun, and I pass the ball, so I'm labeled as a point guard. But just being a full all-around basketball player, switching my approach to that versus what it was, and it's been helping me.
Jace, go ahead.
A lot of those threes tonight, it was catch and shoot within really quick decisions. Is that an emphasis that you tried to make, or is it a product maybe of the ball movement being so good that it just kind of comes naturally?
Every night's different. Tonight they were trying to zone us, and I was the guy kind of in the sweet spot to get that catch and shoot opportunity. But also knowing that teams are going to zone us as well, and the sooner we can make those catch and shoot opportunities, it'll get them out the zone. So knowing that's a focus as well. And like I said, Kyle's a point guard as well, so it takes me off the ball and allows me to kind of be a scorer when we need it. And Coach trusted it. I'm a fan of it, and it helped our team tonight.
Just where have you seen the biggest strides come within that zone offense from where it was maybe just a couple weeks ago?
Zone offense. We're just learning how to play with it. I know our group is new, so playing zone offense is kind of foreign for us. We worked so hard on, executing our offense and our schemes with a man defense guard, and so for us to see a zone was just kind of foreign for us earlier in the season, and now, finding ways to attack it. Like I said, getting teams out of the zone sooner the better for our group.